Hey there. Happy New Year. So today is January the 1st, 2026. And I have made a commitment to make a video every day for the year of 2026. And I must admit that I am so tired, but I want to stick to my commitment. And so I'll just start off by saying that my channel, so I already have an existing channel, but I'm just now getting back, um, I guess, getting back to making videos. And so, honestly, they say that you should um, have a niche, and I do have a niche. So, I am a wellness coach, I'm a massage therapist, and a wellness coach, and I like to focus on helping women sleep better, helping women eat better and heal their gut so that they can sleep better. So that is my niche, but I'm also such a spiritual person, and I love to talk about spirituality, and I love to talk about all the things. So my channel may be all over the place. I don't know. And then another thing is this whole challenge is inspired by my girl Glow. Um, I don't know the rest of her name, but she goes by Glow, and she's on these YouTube streets. She's in these YouTube streets, and I love her dearly. She doesn't know me, but we best friends. I just found her a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago. I'm not sure. But anywho, she uh, she talks about ADHD, and I wonder if I have it. So I am going to go and get checked out. I did mention this to my doctor a while ago, and I never followed through because the process was so long. I don't know why I didn't follow through, honestly, but I am really curious to know if I have that. But anywho, this is not what this video is about. This video is about, have you started your healing journey? And I started mine many years ago, just being a curious person. They used to call it nosy. I used to call it nosy too, but I am not nosy, honey. I am just curious, and I am a big time seeker. So, yeah, I've always been that way my whole life. But anyway, just for the sake of this being a video, and I don't want to just go on and on and on. So I'm pretty sure I have the gift of gab. So I have a tendency to talk and talk and talk. And so what a perfect place than YouTube than to do that. But anyway, let me get to the point. Okay, so the point is that the reason I wanted to make this video and just make a video every day for the year of 2026 is because I just want to really have a space to share my experiences, share the little wisdom that I have, um, and hopefully help someone, encourage someone, empower someone to take the steps to step into their power, step into your power, and to start your healing journey. And so basically, I am talking to the younger version of myself. So yeah, so back in 2020, I started my healing journey, and that was from me being curious, being a curious person, and I think what it was my mother had Iyanla Vanzant books around the house, or I think she had her books around the house, and then I also saw her on Oprah. She used to be on Oprah, and then she had Fix My Life. So I've always heard of Iyanla, but one day I was just curious and decided to look on her website. Honestly, I don't even remember what drove me to looking on her website. I'm just, like I said, I'm a curious person and I'm a seeker, so I just followed that. And end up looking on her website and and I was just intrigued with I was intrigued with everything that's on there. Like, I am a person, I love personal development. I remember many years ago, my cousin was like, "You're gonna be in school forever," and you know, at the time, I was like, "No, I'm not." But yeah, I love school. I love learning. I love all the things. I love personal development. But anywho, I was just intrigued by her website, and then I ended up noticing that she had a the opportunity for a retreat, a weekend retreat. It was called the Wonder Woman Retreat, and excuse me. So I end up, you know, signing up for the retreat and booked it and paid for it and all the kind of stuff like that. And I end up going. It was in Maryland at the time. This is in 2012. 2012, I went to Maryland to Iyanla Vanzant's uh, Wonder Woman weekend retreat, and it was phenomenal. I had such a it was it was a healing experience, of course, but it was really amazing, and it was just a great experience. After all the work was done, it was a lot of work. We had a lot of work to do before we went, and of course during our, you know, of course during the time we were there. Excuse me. And we had work to do when we returned home. So to cut it really short, while we were there, the type of work that we did was okay. Well, before we went, I'll say this: before we went, we had to cut out like meat, we had to cut out sugar, we had to do writing exercises, we had to pray. She had us, yeah, doing writing exercises, praying. I'm not gonna say, I was gonna say meditating, but I don't think she had us doing that before we went. But we had a lot of pre-work to do, and then when we got there, it was just a 3 day. Even it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We went back home Sunday. So, but while we were there, we did a lot of breath work. We did a lot of journaling. We went on silent. We went silent. No cell phones. We wasn't talking to each other. We did a lot of inner work. We did a lot of work. It was aromatherapy involved, and it was a lot. Going through the process, it was a lot, but afterwards it was so refreshing and rejuvenating and healing. And I have notes here because I want to make sure I touch on a few things. But it was such a wonderful experience. And before we left, she said, you know, she encouraged us not to quit our jobs, not to divorce our husbands, not to do anything drastic. Because doing work like that, you you're gonna want to go home. You're gonna want to you're ready to shift your life. You're ready to change your life, and you're gonna want to share what you've learned with people, and you know how you're feeling. You're gonna want to share all those things with people. But anyway, I went home and did the opposite of what she said. So, like I said, she told us not to go home and do anything drastic. But when I went home, I was just floating on cloud nine. It it was such an amazing feeling. I cannot even express it. Like, for example, I when I returned home, um I felt a need to help the homeless animals, you know, the cats and dogs that are homeless, that are just walking the streets. I just really had a big heart for them. I really was concerned about their well-being. I wanted them to be, you know, be safe. I wanted to make sure they ate. I didn't want to kill flies. Like, I I don't know what it was. I was just floating on cloud nine, and I feel like my heart was opened up, had opened up, and I don't know. I just felt a lot of love, a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion for animals, for everyone. And then I also wanted everyone to experience what I experienced. So, like I said, I went home and I did the opposite of what she said. I went home. I had at the time I had a orange Camaro, and I wanted to sell it, and I did eventually sell it. But anywho, I wanted to sell my orange Camaro. It was a drop top orange Camaro, and yeah, because I wanted to invite my sister and my mother, and so the way to get them there was to sell it, so I can afford to get them there. My sister declined. She just declined. She wasn't ready for it or whatever. But my mother, I ended up taking my mother. Almost a year later, I took her. Maybe it was a year. I took her in 2013, and she had a wonderful experience as well. And she said she loved it, and it was life changing for her as well. So I'm saying all of that to say that um, start your healing journey. Be curious. Follow your curiosity. Um, yeah, just get started. Um, I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I'm having a loss of words right now. I guess if you have not started your journey, what are you waiting for? What is holding you back? Healing is a lifelong experience, a lifelong process, um, because we didn't get the way we are overnight. So the healing process is not going to unfold overnight either. It's going to take time. So I just wanted to encourage you to get started. Um, and you can get started by going to therapy. Get started by maybe going to therapy. I have went to therapy for many years. I'm not in therapy right now, but I'm looking forward to getting started again in therapy. But I went to therapy for many years and I loved it. So maybe my next video will be about therapy and some stories around that. But I would say a way to get started is find this free therapy. Find a organization in your city and call around, Google it, you know what I mean? Call around and see where you can go and get free therapy. See if you qualify for the free programs. You can start by journaling your thoughts, your experiences, and then, or if you don't feel safe about journaling, you can journal and tear it up and throw it away, but just get it out of your mind and on paper, because when we get things out of our mind, it excuse me, it clears up space in your energy, in your brain, in your mind. It just clears up space. So seek therapy, seek free therapy, start journaling or talking to someone that you really trust. Um, what else? What else? What else? I'm blanking out right here, but yeah, that is my recommendation. And then I also wanted to end with my experience with Iyanla was a spiritual experience. And once I started getting back close to God and getting into spirituality, it really gave me an inner peace, and I just started feeling so much better internally. I started being filled with joy because I decided to let God, you know, do his part and I do my part. And when I say that, I mean, like, stop worrying about things that I have no control over, and leaving that part up to God. Um, yeah, just basically leave it to God. Stop worrying about things that you have no control over. And yeah, I'll leave that at that because I'm feeling the loss of words. And yeah. So that's it for today. Like I said, I just wanted to say what I mean and mean what I say, and commit to making a video every single day in the year of 2020. And let's see how I do with this. So if you stuck around through my ADHD video, thank you for sticking around. And I hope this video can help someone. Okay. Have a good day.